Today I'm announcing the nomination of 2 new cabinet members to lead the Department of Banking and Insurance and the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Nominating Brigadier General Michael Cunniff to take permanent leadership of Military and Veterans Affairs, and Ken Kobylowski, currently Chief of Staff and Acting Director of Banking, to be the next Commissioner of Banking and Insurance. Ken will succeed Commissioner Tom Considine, who after nearly 2 years of successfully leading the department will be resigning his position to return to the private sector. When I asked Tom to come and join me 2 years ago, he did so at significant financial sacrifice to himself and his family. And our understanding always was that he would serve as long as he could before he had to go back and start making money again. And in 2 years, in no small measure because of Tom's leadership, New Jersey's insurance regulatory climate and its reputation in the banking sector have improved considerably. And I've heard this from across both the banking and insurance industries about Tom. His resignation is going to take effect on February 10th. At that time, he will join MagnaCare, a health plan services company, as his chief operating officer. And so I want to thank Tom for his service and for his friendship, for the record of achievement he's brought to the Department of Banking and Insurance, and for the great things that he's brought to the people of the state of New Jersey on behalf of this administration. 59 new insurers have come into New Jersey, and 64 others have expanded their authority during the 2 years that Tom Considine has led this department. He revised the government unit deposit banking regulation, reformed New Jersey's reinsurance and surplus lines laws, and was instrumental in establishing our captive insurance market. He also launched the Bureau of Fraud Deterrence at DOBI, making the fight against civil insurance fraud a key component of DOBI's everyday activities. It's really been a model for what we wanted to try to do across all different departments, and Tom has been one of the real leaders in that, and I want to thank him again. He'll be missed, not only on a professional level, but on a personal level. But I also understand very clearly that his obligation, first and foremost, has to be to his family. And so I thank him for the 2 years of service. Wish him best of luck at MagnaCare, the challenges that he'll face again in the private sector. And I suspect that there'll be other ways that Tom will continue to serve the public over the course of this administration when called upon, and I thank him for his willingness to do so. I'm pleased to though welcome Ken to the commissionership. He's a person of considerable talent, great expertise in this area, and accomplishment, and he's been instrumental in all the things that I just mentioned that Tom's accomplished over his 2 years, acting as Chief of Staff and then acting Director of Banking since October of 2011. He serves now as the Chief Operating Officer for the department with full responsibility for all legislative, regulatory, operational, and administrative matters. He helped lead the department through successful reaccreditations by both the National Association of Insurance Commissioners and the Conference of State Banking Supervisors, and has assisted in other important policy matters for us. He also was one of my appointees to the State Employee Health Benefit Plan Design Committee and the School Employee Health Benefit Plan Design Committee, which came forth with successful new options for state employees and school employees for health insurance. One of the real goals that both myself and the legislature had set when passing pension and benefit reform last year. Prior to joining the department, Ken was in private practice for 20 years. He represented a wide array of clients, including banks and insurance companies, lenders, developers, public and private entities. Before practicing law, Ken began his professional career as a bank analyst at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And so on both sides, on the banking and the insurance side, Ken brings great expertise to his new position, and I look forward to him getting swift hearings before the Senate and confirmation as the next Commissioner of Banking and Insurance. Also happy to announce my nomination of Brigadier General Michael Cunniff as New Jersey's next Adjutant General and the leader of the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. General Cunniff has served as the Acting Adjutant General since December 16th. In the last month, he's impressed me with his effective leadership of the department and its operations, and his experience really does speak for itself. Prior to becoming the Acting Adjutant General, he serves as the 108th Air Refueling Wing Commander of the New Jersey Air National Guard. In that capacity, he was responsible for 2 flying units in the command of more than 1,300 members and 25 support units. He served in many operations, including Operation Northern Watch, Joint Forge, Allied Force, Noble Eagle, Enduring Freedom, and Iraqi Freedom. Today's nomination will make his leadership of the department as Adjutant General permanent I thank Mike for his willingness to step in December to take over the temporary leadership of the department, and proud that he's agreed to continue to serve the people of New Jersey in this really important role. I think you all saw during Hurricane Irene in particular the key role that the New Jersey National Guard plays not only in our military life, both here and abroad, but also in terms of what they can do in times of emergency here in New Jersey. And so I want to thank the General for his willingness to step forward and to take on this role on a permanent basis. Look forward to having him as a member of my cabinet and working with him on things both that are particular to New Jersey and providing the leadership that are necessary for our young men and women in the New Jersey National Guard and Air National Guard who serve overseas as we speak, very nobly and bravely.